All right, welcome. Saturday morning yoga time. Thank you so much for being here, Julie. I appreciate you. You're my muse. And our bodies are needing the same thing, which is so cool. We're working today on the outer rotation of the inner groin or inner thigh today, which comes through in many postures actually. Like our warrior, our triangle, all of that does this outer rotation of the inner thigh. So that's good. And then also we'll focus on the chest, heart, moving that up and out, letting the scapula sort of spread out and wide on the back. That will be good too. All right, so let's just bounce it out. A little bit of movement side to side, getting some fluidity into the hips, into the breath, shaking out the arms. Oh yeah, even this hang, I love this. My Pilates teacher taught this to me, Laura Sepulveda from Gotham Pilates in La Jolla. This sweet surrender of your arms and letting your arms just kind of float and roll and circle as your legs are empowered, sinking into your feet, rounding into that lower sacral bone, head heavy. Good. And then make your way all the way down into this bent knee forward fold. Yeah. Again, the same sensations of just rocking, movements side to side. These over 50 bodies need to lubricate slowly before we head into a nice yoga flow. Shake out the head. Go to each side again, one more time. Walking hands to one side. Back to center. And then to the other side. Back to center. And then roll yourself back up. Good. Inhale, bring the arms high. Right hand, left wrist, up and over to the right. Inhale, come back to center, over to the left. Nice. Next time you come back, go to the right again, and then the right hand to the right hip and push. Exaggerate the twist, turn the left ribcage up. Use the right hand to push the hips to the left. Excellent. Come back to center, and then same thing on the other side, over to that left side. Left hand on the hip. Ribcage turning to the right. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up. Adding on to that heart extension. Cactus arms, hips forward, hearts lifting. And then elbows towards each other, hands coming together behind you. And then forward fold with the arms. Again, we're still playing with the rotation of weight or fluctuation of weight into one foot, into the other foot. Take another 4 breaths. Good. Let the hands come to the low back. Give it a little pound. Start waking up the legs. Couple deep sighs. I can already feel some movement of lymphatic drainage through my lungs. Letting it just come out. Nice. And then just walk The hands forward and the feet back. We'll just play with the down dog, simply moving slowly and gradually into our flow. Pulsing into the heels. And linger on the calf. Yeah, it takes a while to warm up these hips. Come to tabletop, give it a little bit of pulse up and down through the spine. That's it. Love it. I'm already feeling some heat moving through my central column into the hip sockets. You can close your eyes and just go at your own shape, own rhythm, own expression of flexion through your spinal column. Keeping the hands heavy, the knees heavy. Yeah, a little rippling side to side. Nice. And then I'm just backing my knees up so that make sure my hands have the space for puppy pose. Come into puppy pose and just start stretching through the upper body. Great. I always end up circling my ankles at this point in this puppy pose, especially the first one, ankles circling. Nice. And then drop your sit bones back to your heels for child's pose. Good. Looking forward, we're moving into this half up dog and then back to child's pose. So if you haven't done this with me before, you can just watch. Inhale, peeking towards the front, bend the elbows out to the side, and you're taking your hips and you're dropping them down as your knees bend. That's all it is. And then you go back to that child's pose, that wide knee child's pose. Oh yeah. And then back into that bent knee up dog. Even the elbows can bend a little bit so the heart focuses forward. Your own rhythm. We'll do this a couple times. Hopefully it's heating up that low back. So we'll have safe, warm muscles and ligaments for our hip opening sequence. Use your breath, either direction. I tend to go inhale as I come forward and exhale back. Or whatever comes out of the body. The body will help guide you. Remembering to breathe. Last one. This is the last one. Oh yeah. Hips gradually dropping a little lower. Nice. Tuck the toes under, come into your down dog. Taking that right leg high. Again, a quick way to heat up. Julie, this is awesome. We'll just go right into a few tiger curls. Inhale, kick up that right leg. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, kick it high. Knee to nose. Inhale, high kick. Left elbow. 2 more like that. 2 more sets. One more set. Last one, over to that left elbow, bring it high. Switch legs. You know you can rest if you need to come off your wrist, take a little break. Child's pose always works, or just rest in tabletop. Or come into that left side, and we'll start left side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, kick high. Knee to nose. Right elbow. 2 more sets. You can feel the heat. I love it. Such a quick way. Last set. Remember to pull up and back, not all the weight into your wrist. Beautiful. Left leg high. Step up left side. Step up right leg. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Okay, bent knees, hip creases high. Give your hands something to do. Bring them on the outside edges of the knees and push the knees inward. Not like knock knee, but just making sure the knees aren't spreading out, but they're firmly pushing eye of the knee forward as you drop down. And see what it feels like up into the hip socket. A little bit of pressure. Hands into the knees, knees into the hands. Head relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Sink into the feet. Little alternating of weight, right and left. So good. And then grab the knees, sit low into chair. Bring the feet a little closer. And then play with that movement. I love this. Excellent. Just try to heat up. Get some of the kinks out of the back. Getting safe, warm hips before we deep stretch. It's important. Yeah, and if it was colder out, we'd have to heat up longer, but we're still in this nice temperate weather. What is it, 72? It's 72 degrees in here. So easy to heat up when it's 72. Sit low. And then grab into the hips, creases, sit back, peek down to see if you can see your toes. You want that. Ribs in. Feel this extension into the central column as you sit a little lower. Reach the arms halfway out. And then over to the right. Back to center. Over to the left. Little bounces, little pulses. Beautiful. So I'm still good in my chair. Gonna add a twist. Left elbow to that right side, palms together. Look over the right shoulder. Good. Come to center. You can always straighten your legs and go into a forward fold if you need to come out. My legs are burning. Yours probably are too. And then right elbow, left side. Turn into that left shoulder. Forward fold. Take a forward fold. Bringing my feet a little farther apart. And yeah, I think that's good. Go back into high plank, step back. High plank to our up dog. Definitely reverse flexion. Play with that. Good. left shoulder back to center. Look over the right shoulder. Back to center. And into down dog. Let's keep it simple. Try to find some stillness now. We've been doing a lot of pulsing, a lot of movement. See if you can find this powerful place of quiet. We'll hold for 5 breaths. Beautiful. Go ahead and bend your knees, peek towards your thumbs, and hop up. Halfway lift again. Exhale, forehead towards the shins. Reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Hands at your heart. Nice! Let's move through flow again. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, high plank, low push-up. You can always do a double push-up. Up dog. Down dog. Again, just keep it simple. Didn't that feel really nice? Just keeping it nice and quiet and stagnant in a way. There's never really stagnant postures, but this intention to keep it still. Last breath. Nice. Peek towards the front, bend your knees, hop up. Halfway lift. Hands can walk up towards the kneecaps. Forward fold again. And reverse swan dive, come up. Excellent. Hands to the heart. All right. Sitting low. Scoop it up to chair. Forward fold. Finding that power through the feet. Halfway lift. This is my pace. If your pace is a little faster, that's fine. Go for it. You know what to do. I'll meet you in down dog. There's always that option. This is my pace. And finally, I made it. Down dog. Beautiful. Let's add on. Take the toes together. Right leg goes high. Heel drops back. Give this right leg some movement. I'm going to move my mat just a tad. So you're taking that right foot and pulling it behind you, and then kicking it to the side. These are just my movements, my playtime, especially on my left hip. It feels a little bit stuck. So I'm bending and straightening my left leg as well. Upper body, remember to use weight up and back into that left hamstring. Nice. And then just switch sides. Take it to the same thing, explore that left side. And then we're going to rest in child's pose just to give ourselves a moment of stillness. Love it. Oh, just love it. Love being able to get into these new energy flows, this shifting of stagnation in the body. So that's kind of what you're doing. You're finding those spots that are a little sticky, that need attention. And they do really well with these pulses. That's part of the healing. Oh, I've been waking up. Great. Plenty. Go ahead and rest. Knees down, sit back. I'm going to support my head with double fists. Good. Smiling along the way. Smiling on the inside. Good. Let's add on here. There's two things that I want to do. Let's do a twist first. I'm going to turn so you can see left elbows in front of that right knee, palms together, and turn into that right shoulder. That's an option. You can also take that left hand to the heel. Doesn't quite reach, but it changes the twist. Left hand to the right heel as you turn. Or just hang out in your namaste, palms together. Good. Come back to center. Might as well take the elbows in front of you and the palms above you. And tap the elbows forward to stretch into the shoulders just a bit. All right, and then twisting on the other side. Right elbow in front of that knee or past the knee, depending on your flexibility, and just turn. You can also take the right hand and bring it towards the heel. The side's a little more twisty for me. Left arm up and around the back. That's just another option. I kind of just find that first version much more satisfying. So beautiful. Good. Then that second one that I wanted before we go into a hip stretch. Oh, this is a hip stretch. This is like a precursor to our warrior sequence. Take the left foot and bring it off to the side as you are in your child's pose. You can support your head. You can even reach your arms forward. Good. Walk the hands back in and we'll switch sides. Do that to the right side now. And I'm playing with the toe too. You can bring your toe up, you can bring your toe to the side. Like I said, you could do the supporting of the head, the forehead with the double fists, or even come up if it feels like it's too intense, or take it a little deeper by reaching the hands forward. Woohoo! This is my side that I'm working on. All right, come back. And so I'm wide on my mat, which is very helpful because I want to come wide with the legs. So go ahead and straighten the legs. So you might have to turn. And again, just some more heat before we really get into the warrior two and side angle and all that. Let's just make sure our hips are lubricated. So right and left into the hip socket. Linger where you need to linger. I'm just going back and forth. Last time. Great. Come back to center. And move to the front of the mat. Yay! Move through that flow. Find an up dog, which will help reset the sacral bone. Look at that dog. Hello, Jackson. Are you comfy? Is that a perfect pillow for you? Excellent. All right, let's start right side. Right leg steps forward. Come into high lunge. Yay! We made it. Arms coming high, inside out with the palms, little C curve up and out of the waist to the right. Come back to center. Other side. Good, back to center. And then open to warrior two. I'm adjusting my feet just a little. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, this is a trick. Make sure the shoulders are down the back, feeling the broad chest, rolling them, and then spreading the wings. Good, off to that left side, left hand towards the left knee, right arm extends up. I love this. It just seems natural to flow right into it. Right elbow behind the head, left hand grabs that elbow to pull it up and over to the side. Activate the left glute by pushing into the back leg. If you can, reach for the fingers. Left hand to right fingers. Beautiful. Unwind the arms. Bring them wide again. And then rest the right elbow on the knee. I always seem a little wide, so I bring that back foot a tad closer. Spread everything out. Right hip crease underneath you. Left side body opening up towards the ceiling, and then left arm up and over the ear. Look down. And then bring that left arm to the hip. Keep everything strong. And again, pulsing. Nice and light on that right elbow. Oh, last one. Oh, swing that left hand to the ground. You can use a block too underneath that left hand. I'm moving my left foot, heel up, foot over to the left, hand plants. Take the right foot over to the right a little bit and find a little playtime here as you turn in to dropping this left hip. So my right foot's now walking all the way off the mat. I'm dropping into this left side. Hopefully you can see this. You can even pulse it up and down. Excellent. Walk that foot back in. Change the top of the foot flat. And then push it down. Wow. Straightening out that back leg. I'm framing my front foot now. Good. Drop that back knee down. Option to reach back for the foot with the right hand. Hopefully you're warm enough and this feels okay. If not, just stay, with your hands on the inside, still sinking down. It's all good. There's no right or wrong. You don't need to go to the next place. Excellent. Straighten that left leg. Right arm stays high. And into side plank. Right leg on top of the left. Yeah, my back is to you, sorry. But didn't know what I was going to do until I was doing it. Side plank. You can hover that right leg. Woo, beautiful. Whatever you need. Maybe it's resting. Down dog. High and low push-up. No rush. Take your time. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Feels really good. All right, left leg. Step up left side. Everything that we just did. Scoop up the arms. Inside out with the palms. C curve to the left. Come back to center. C curve to the right. Come back to center. Beautiful. And then open to warrior two. I think I'm going to change the side so I can see. Yeah, so warrior two. Same thing. I'm going to roll those arms. Yeah, so much tension, especially when we're thinking. Let it all go. Surrender into that relaxation and effortlessness in the upper body. Good. Off to the right. Left elbow behind the head. Using that left elbow to help, or right hand to help that left elbow. And then fingertips. How much power do you have through your legs? Are they lit up all the way from the ankle to the glute muscle? Good. Gently release. Left hand or elbow to the knee. If you feel like you're wide, bring it in slightly. Left hip crease underneath you, engaging that left side. Right arm comes up over the ear. Your own rhythm. This is mine. It's a little slower for me on this side. Try to activate my right leg a little bit more. Over. Lightness on that left elbow. Woo! Last one. And spiral through. Right hand comes down to the mat. Change that right heel again. I'm moving my right foot to the edge of the mat. Left foot over to the other side. Starting to drop to the right ankle. Drop that right hip. Adjust this arm. You don't want it right underneath you. You want it a little bit ahead of your shoulder. Didn't say that on the other side, but it helps to drop this hip a little. Feeling some stretch through the side of the hip and into the ribs and into the IT band. Good. And then walk that left foot in. Top of the right foot. The knee has to come down to switch the angle of the back foot. But once you do, either frame your foot, and I haven't mentioned blocks, but they're so helpful. You could frame the front foot with your blocks and then push into the top of the right foot. So the top of the foot is into the mat. Left hip crease, remember that left hip crease pulls back. Woo! Good. Drop that knee. The block is helpful, actually. Right knee bends, and you're reaching back for the left foot. All these movements so you can create space in your low belly and mula bandha. These little pulses. These little pressure points. Like I'm giving a little pulse of energy into my left foot. As I pull my left hip crease back, open up the left shoulder. Oh, so good. I love that. Awesome. Can't remember what we did. I think that was it, wasn't it? Straightened it out. Maybe straightened it out. Felt that. And then came straight back through the flow. Woo! Yeah, I think that was plenty. Before we take a little sip of water, let's do a down dog. Oh, I remember now. I remember. You remember? It was side plank. Right hand down. Drop to the right ankle. And we have side plank. I knew it. I knew there was something. Right hand down. Left hip. Left foot. And even hover that left leg. Beautiful. Now we just have an extra chaturanga, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And down dog. Beautiful. So I have this wall. You may not have a wall. But a little bit of hopping. Toes together, round into the back. Nice and strong through your core as you lift up. Give yourself a couple hops. You want to go all the way up into your handstand, go for it. I need to sort of kick it up. Yeah. Little playtime, always take it to where you need it. You might be resting in child's pose right now. Beautiful. And take a break. Good. All right, but as promised, we will do a water break. But let's do Kalabate, or the skull shining into the belly. Belly pulls in as your breath goes out. Inhale. Nice. Oh. All right, let's get a drink of water. I'll check the time. Didn't realize it, but the laundry's going. Woo. All right, sip of water. I'll be right back. Yeah, I think we should continue with the wall and go legs up the wall. Legs up the wall. We'll end with that. I know I've been trying to get into this inner groin. There's some great inner groin stretches on the wall. So let's lay on our back. Julie, hopefully you have access. And then make sure you have enough room to open your legs wide. Make sure you have padding underneath your back as well. The way to get to the wall, side of the hip, squatting down, some support, slide the legs up the wall so your booty right on the wall. Excellent. Take any ponytails out. Don't want to bump behind your head. It's a tight ponytail. Scoot your hips closer. Oh yeah, all that heat. Pretty cool. Let's take upside down pigeon pose. Perfect time for that in this sequence, and we only have about 10 minutes, so this is good. So supporting yourself on the wall, bring your hips a little high. Walk your feet up about 2 feet, I think. Take the right side first, cross it over like a 4, and then see if you could sit back down. Oh, that's it. My hips don't go all the way down. You can always back up, but I'm hopeful that this is fine for my body. It feels just right at the edge where I might need to back myself up just slightly. Yeah, just 2 inches, had to back myself up. And then it feels more secure and aligned into this right hip. Especially for this next one, this segues right down into something different. I'll show you in just a sec. Self-massage, take advantage of this moment to massage your calf, inner line of the leg. Surrender. All right, so now walk this left foot down to the crease of the wall and the floor and lay the whole side of the IT band on the ground. You might have to adjust a little bit. That right foot plants in front of the left knee, and the sole of the foot is in the ground or on the feet and flush to the ground. And this is where you're twisting over to the right, look to the right. So tight, knee either pushing upward or even that dropping inward. It's a different sensation. So just explore, letting the pelvic bowl tilt to the right, that hip bone opens to the right. A little bit of pressure. Right foot into the ground, left foot into the wall. And release. Do that 2 more times. This is excellent. This is that pulsing of energy that I talked about. Give it a little firm pressure down and into the wall, into the floor. And then release, and it opens a little bit more. Last one. Push. And then surrender. Hold for 3 more breaths. Wow. Gently come out. New lines. I'm loving it. I hope you're loving it too. Take a moment just to absorb that. I'm going to scoot my hips a little closer to the wall again. Finding that heavy gravity into the low back. We'll take 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Belly all the way up to the chest. Exhale. Last one. Real life over here. All the planes and the washing machine, and now we have my husband cleaning a car, probably my car. All right, pigeon pose on the left. Oh, actually, make sure you do this first. Lift your hips up, find that spaciousness into the low back, and then put the left foot in front of it. Now, when you drop down, it will feel a little bit more in symmetry. Yeah, much better. Looser side for me. Don't need to move my hips away. Pigeon pose. If there was any of that massage, do that massage on the calf. And then walk this foot, right foot down to the crease of the wall, planting the foot, left foot into the ground, right by the knee. See, right, doesn't go past the knee, and it's not like inside. I like it just at the maximum amount of space for this knee to open up. And then turning, adjusting a little bit to spread the shoulders, turning to the left. And then do that pressure or that activation, foot down, foot into the wall, push, and then release. 2 more like that. Give it a little bit of activity, pushing. Release. Maybe it opens up a little bit more. Last time, push it down, push it into the wall. And surrender. Hip creases down and away from you. Opening into this natural scoop of the low back. Excellent. All right, plenty. Come on out. Legs up the wall. Any last posture that your body needs? I think I'm just going to enjoy. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Supported shoulder stand. So you're just going to take your legs up. I'm using my hands for support on the thighs. You can walk your feet up. Support your hands underneath your low back. And just walk your legs up the wall. Yeah, perfect. Make sure you're not going too much on your neck if you have any tension in your neck. Natural pressure, back of the head, so you have a curve in your neck. If you're up for it and you want to come off the wall, and you've done this before, you can come into your shoulder stand. Use the weight into your elbows so not all the pressure is on your neck. Elbows, elbows. Again, this is my practice. Explore what your body wants. It's all an experiment. I'm coming down with support. And then just take the last 10 breaths with the legs up the wall. Inhale belly, inhale mid belly, inhale chest. And then into the release the air from the chest, mid belly, low belly. Great. Inhale belly, repeat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Finding your own rhythm. You know the rhythm now. It's just this long, steady breath. So we have 5 more. And now the breath is just so quiet. Invisible breath. You feel ready? You can wiggle the toes and wiggle the fingers. Deepen the breath. Slide the feet up towards your chest. And then rolling to whichever side to roll towards. Fully supported with the hands coming up. Hey, Jensen. Nice. One last breath together. Inhale through the nose. Fill it all the way up. Hold it at the top. And let it go out through the mouth. Seal the lips. Back in through the nose. Out through the nose. All right, namaste. Oh my gosh, that was awesome for me. It felt really, really good. Wow.
That was the best class.
Yay, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you liked it. That was perfect for me. Warming up.
I love the wall stuff.
Oh, good.
So fun.
Nice. Good, good. I'm so glad. Yay. And I love our warm up. I needed definitely to warm up my hips before we did all of the warrior stuff. That works nicely.
Thank you, Tom.
You're so welcome. Thanks for inspiring me. And there's always the recordings on YouTube, so you can always go back. But yeah, you inspire me on Saturday Live. I love that.
I love it. Have a great weekend.
Okay, thank you. Bye, Julie.
Bye. Bye, Tom.
Yeah, she's my muse, you guys. Knowing she's there, and then you're there watching the replay, let me know. Okay, yeah. All right. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching this for the first time. And I have many, many classes, all free, just the way I roll. You can go to the playlists. There's beginning yoga, core yoga. And this is an intermediate class that I do on Saturday mornings. And I have some rad roller, some myofascial release work, all in the playlist section, all for free. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks, guys.